Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. This is Saitesh Shalpalli. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to crack an on-campus placement with a package of 1 crore per annum. Obviously, that's not our today's topic. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to crack your dream off-campus placement. So let's get it. So before going into the video, if you are new to this channel, do hit that subscribe button. In this channel, we are going to talk about digital marketing, cryptocurrency, and a lot more. And that lot more includes today's topic as well. So let's get into the video. So this video is for the students who are from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. So all the IITs, NITs and BITS, a part of these colleges, all the other colleges comes under tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. So if you are from tier 1 college like IITs and NITs, then well and good, you can skip this video. But if you are from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges, then this video is for you, my friend. So the main motto behind making this video is many dream companies or big companies or MNCs will mostly prefer tier 1 colleges with big packages to take the students from there, but all the other tier 2 and tier 3 colleges are ignored, or even if they take the students from there, they will offer a very basic package. So there are many students who are much more talented than tier 1 colleges in these other colleges of tier 2 and tier 3. So this video will definitely help them. Society's perception is in a way that if you are not from an IIT or an NIT, you can't achieve your dream job or dream package, or you can't be successful. We can't change that, but if you compare the ratio, there are only 10% of the students who are from tier 1 colleges and all the 90% of the students are from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. So what about this 90%? So will their career or life be decided by just with the 2 years of the 11th and 12th they studied? No, right? So they will get into this other colleges if they didn't study, or they didn't either they are not good at maths or science, they will get into this tier 2 or tier 3 colleges, or some other external factors, any family conditions or these things, they may get into tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. But is it really, can we say that all the people who are in tier 1 colleges can be successful and achieve big jobs, and all the people who are from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges can't achieve their dream jobs? No, right? So let's consider many of the top CEOs from India, or in India, all the CEOs here are from very small villages, or from tier 2 or tier 3 colleges or the local colleges, and many of the CEOs are just dropouts as well. But if you want to be successful, then definitely it's not about the college that you have studied, but it's about some other factors which we are going to discuss today in this video. So even I am from a tier 3 colleges, one of the tier 3 colleges, and I am not good at anything at that particular time. When I was in 11th or 12th, I was either not good at maths or science, but somehow I get into this tier 3 college, and there somehow I cracked an on-campus placement, which is not my dream job, or it's not that great company. So later I have get into this tried my luck and off-campus placement. I finally achieved it, and later I have started my YouTube channel doing a content or learning the things, and I'm living a happy life, whatnot, everything. But whether it might be an MNC or a startup or whatever it is, it's about your perception about a college or placement. It's not don't see this your career in terms of packages or these things how society sees. You should first understand what placement or what job you need to do. If you want to just be into just earn money or do this, get big package, definitely you can try your luck in applying for bigger companies. And if there are many people in big companies who just earn in lakhs and they are not happy in what they are doing, but there are many people who are working in startups and they made their experience in the startups, and later they have entered into their own business and own startups, and they have used the learnings while they are doing while they did their job in the startup, and they have used their learnings in their own startup. So it's about your perception what the college or what the placement you want, or what the job you want to do, what the package you want. What first you need to understand what you want. I observe lots of college students are just losing their self-confidence, thinking that all the top companies will only go to the top colleges and select the students from there. But if you can search about Amazon and other companies, there will be hardly 8 to 10% of the employees who are from tier 1 colleges, and all the more than 90% of the college students are from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges. So in this video we are going to talk about 5 practical ways which helped me personally to crack an off-campus placement, and which will definitely help you as well. So consider this 5 practical ways in 2 types. So if you can understand this as a student who just started in your first year or second year, or you are in your other type is, or you are the student if you are from a third year or a fourth year or final years. So the first and foremost important practical way is to learning a skill. Learning a skill is mostly an underrated thing when you are in your college, if you are in a second year, third year or fourth year. So definitely any company, whether it's an on campus or off campus, or whether it's an MNC or a startup, first see the skill in, whether it might be a 1 skill or 2 skills or integrated skills which you have. Definitely this will make a lot of impact in whatever companies you are applying. It will definitely help you in your resume, and you can start with the basic, in many of the startups or many of the MNCs will check what the skill you have. So definitely you need to learn a skill, whether if you are from first year or second year, you can start researching about what are the things which will help you to crack a placement, or what are the trending things which you need to learn and which you are really interested about. There are lots of websites which provide courses. You can learn lots of things through courses. I personally learned lots of things through courses. If I become a digital marketer, means it's because of Whole and Soul, because I'm doing lots of courses and started learning skills from my first year of my college. So if you are from a final year, definitely you can learn more advanced courses. But if you are from first year or second year, you can start with little things. If you are not interested, if you got to know that if you are not interested, then you can shift into other things. But if you are from final year, definitely you need to learn a good skill. Just you need in order to get a practical experience in the job, you definitely need to get started with the skill. If you are into a job already, then definitely there you can't learn the skill, or you can just improvise. But to get into a company, to get into that gate pass into getting into a company, definitely you need to learn a skill. So the second thing is having a digital presence. So digital presence is not like having just as being on social media or things like Facebook or Instagram. It's about being on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a very professional platform. We need to be there, and we need to start showcasing ourselves about our skills, or whatever the courses you learn, whatever the knowledge you are getting, whatever things you are learning, we need to show there, and we need to upload the resumes there, because it will definitely help you if you can place your LinkedIn URL on your resume. Just the persons right now who are the HRs and CEOs of the company, they doesn't have this much time to see all your resume and all the things. If you can just place your resume in your resume, just the URL of your LinkedIn profile, they can just click on it and they just see your LinkedIn profile. That's enough. They can easily understand what are the skills you have, what is the experience you have, what are the things you have done in your college or volunteering, and what have not. Everything can be done on LinkedIn, which is very underrated platform in the college. So many of the students start using LinkedIn from after they get out of the college, when they are not getting any placement or these things. But I highly suggest students who are in from first year or second year final, just start using your LinkedIn and try to understand how the people are reacting there, how the people are posting there, and what are the things, how to operate that, how to be professional on LinkedIn. So this will definitely help you a lot. It personally helped me. I started my LinkedIn profile in second year of my college, first year of my college, and started using it and understood what is the purpose of using LinkedIn. And slowly, even if I got my job, it's because I just placed my LinkedIn profile URL or the resume. My boss or whoever I apply for the jobs, they just click on my LinkedIn. They used to visit my profile and they used to see what's my experience, what are the skills which I have learned. So this will directly help them to understand the things. So start being on. The third and most important way is to networking with the people. You should start definitely networking with the people. This will help you a lot to understand what's going on, what you need to where you need to improvise your skills, and where you need to do some extra efforts, and where you need to develop. So you should definitely start networking with the people. This helped me personally. Even if you are interacting with in your college events or doing some kind of a cultural activity or whatever it is, start interacting with the people, start networking on LinkedIn. So start networking with your seniors who already placed in the jobs, or people who are already working there, who are working in startups, who are the, if you have any relatives or anyone who are already in the space of the business or entrepreneurship, start networking with those kinds of people so that you can understand what's going on. So it will be easy for you. So when you come after your final year, so when you're trying for your college placement, this will help you a lot to understand what a recruiter will expect from you. The way you network with the people can influence a lot at the time of your interview, which helped me personally a lot to understand the things. Your communication will improve a lot when you're networking with the people. So start networking with the people. So this will definitely make an impact in your off-campus placement search or on-campus placement search. So the next most important thing, which is very highly underrated in Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges, are the power of internships to get your dream job. So when it comes to Tier 1 colleges or some other colleges, they do offer directly some internships. It is very important for the colleges, in the colleges, that every student must do an internship as part of their studies. It's in third year or second year or final year, they definitely need to do an internship. But what I found or what I observed is in Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges, it's just an optional. If students wanted to do, they can do, but their colleges are not particular. This is where many students are deviated at the time of their final years. So definitely you need to choose your internship, because internships will help you a lot to understand the skill. You can implement your skill which you have learned, and you can do mistakes. If you are just an intern and if you are doing mistakes, no one really cares, and by doing the mistakes only you will learn a lot, and you will try to communicate with the people, and you can understand where you need to improvise. So this will definitely help you to make your learnings into implementations, and this will really help you in the final placement or off-campus placement, whatever it is. It is very important. In my personal, in my 3 years of college life, I have done 4 internships. So this helped me a lot to gain practical experience, hands-on experience on things, and more understanding than any other people who are, even lots of my friends are from Tier 1 colleges. I have done more internships and I have done better practical. I have a better practical experience than them, so which helped me obviously to get an off-campus job, which if you are going into off-campus job, definitely they will see your experience as first priority. But if you are just right from out of your college, definitely you will not have an experience of job, right? So definitely you need to have an internship experience, then this will help you a lot to get into your dream off-campus placement. So in the fifth and final way, we are going to discuss about how to actually apply for off-campus jobs. So if you can see, as I mentioned there, if you have a digital presence, like if you are on LinkedIn, you can directly apply for the jobs in the LinkedIn. Lots of companies offer jobs there and hire people through LinkedIn. So that's one way. And the other way is many of the websites of the MNCs even have their careers option on the website. They do offer jobs or looking for the people, hire people. So that's very common way that people do apply for the jobs. If you have any doubts regarding these two ways, you can search on YouTube. There are lots of other more videos how to apply for a job, how to get a job through LinkedIn, or how to get a job through other job portals and other career related websites. And on the company websites itself you can understand how things will work there. But the other way which helped me personally to get a off-campus job, it's kind of a very different experience for me, is it's because of the email marketing. I don't think like it's email marketing means something a very different way, only digital marketers can do that. It's not that way. So just you need to stand out of the crowd. So definitely if you are one of the person who are applying through those career options or through on the website or the LinkedIn or through the referrals or whatever it is, there might be very chance you are in the crowd, and unless and until you have that huge, very very huge potential skill, you can't crack that job in that way. But if you want to do something unique, if you want to do something stand out of the crowd, then you need to follow this way, which is mailing to the recruiters or CEOs. So the first and foremost thing is, how do I get their email ID? So just search about tools like Snow.io, and other is email prospect. If you have a tool like Snow.io, you can just search for any of the website or any of the startups, any of the company's website. You can get into the website, and when you start install this extension, you will get all the email IDs related to that company. So all the recruiters or HRs or CEOs of the company start emailing to those people all your experience, or try to don't directly just share your resume applying for the job. Don't do these kinds of things. Definitely they are not going to open your email. So subject line is very important, and you need to keep a very attractive, attention grabbing subject line. They need to connect with your subject line. Once you kept a good subject line and you have the good content ready in the email, then if they open, boom, if they just reply there, it's the option that you are ready. They will take your interview, or they are interested in you. It's the next things are up to you, your skill, how you can crack the job. But this is a very practical way. You can start applying for the startups or MNCs. If it is startups, you can directly mail to the CEOs over there, and if it is a MNC, you can mail to the HRs. If you are unable to find the emails using these tools, you can find their emails on LinkedIn. If you can just start using LinkedIn, you can find out their company pages. In the company pages, you can see who are the people working in the company. So through using the app Email Prospect, you can it's also an extension. If you are using the Email Prospect as an extension, you can get their email IDs of the people who are working there. You can take out the email IDs of HRs and CEOs or other recruiters. You can start mailing to them, but it's a quantity game, so you need to accept that while you're doing your trials through career portals and all. But this is a very good way to get an job directly from you. You will be unique from the crowd, you will be separate. So this will definitely help you to get into a job. It personally helped me to get a job. So I'll be attaching some tutorials how to use this Chrome extension Snow.io on Email Prospect. I don't want to take this video in that way, how to use the Snow.io tool, and you can just search about it, about these tools. Once you search about it, it's very easy to use those tools. It's about how to, even if you want how to craft an email template for your job. In the next video I'll definitely do about those things as well. You can mention in the comments if you want that thing. But hope this video has definitely helped you a lot. Start implementing this 5 ways. One is learning a skill, and other is, the second one is having a digital presence, and third is start networking with the people, and fourth is start doing internships, lot more internships, and to gain the practical experience. Fifth more important thing is using these ways to apply for a off-campus job. So you can apply the off-campus. Definitely help you to stand out of the crowd is emailing to the, you can email to the recruiters. So definitely this video, hope this video helped you a lot. Do hit that like button if this video has helped you or understood some new aspects of how to crack the off-campus placement, and do share it with the people who are actually, do share it with your friends who are actually looking for the off-campus placement or who want to get into their dream off-campus placement. So yeah, that's it. See you, bye bye in the next video.